I have the best jazz and soul-inspired samples from the 70s and 80s for your beats. The links to the packages will be in the first pinned comment. Watch the video until the end, subscribe, and leave a like.
I sit on this velvet seat, staring at the thick glass. You bought the whole sky for me, but I can't touch the dirt. The carpet is so thick I can't hear my own feet. I'm walking through this penthouse like a trespasser. You picked the marble and the velvet curtains, but you left me with all this hope.
Rain streaks the window sideways. The meter's clicking like a pulse. You're leaning heavy against the door. 3 inches of vinyl.
The chandelier hangs like a heavy crown. My silk dress moves against the marble. So cold tonight, I fasten this lace to hide my eyes.
I know it's late, but I needed to see you somewhere quiet, somewhere they can't find us. Follow me through this gate. Park the work truck 3 blocks away. Walk past the warehouse where they're still loading.
I am standing on the white marble floor, between the kings and the broken stone. Put that heavy box down at my feet. I am not here to talk about the... I see you looking at me across the table, trying to figure out why I'm so quiet. It's not that I am hurting or even mad, I'm just watching where the light moves.
Watching it move.
Yesterday we're laughing until it hurt. The altitude is climbing fast. Ice is melting in crystal.
You're standing center stage again. Everything feels like the spring.
The ice is melting now. A puddle on the dark wood. The waiter is stacking a chair. He doesn't know. The cabin air is thin and heavy. You sit across from me in velvet. 30,000.
The ferry left the dock.
I'm standing high above the street. The wind is cold against my face. I look at the world below. It doesn't feel like. The air's heavy on this balcony, damp like it rained while we were arguing. I'm leaning on the rail, watching the color come back to the street. It's standing right.
Sing close to that. Only you and I know where this ends.
Blue curtains hide the mountain pass. The crystal decanter sits on the tray. The safe is in
Sweet rock, blue eyes, sharp hair, cold notes, the way I am. Cold walls of ice, the mountain air is still. I'll walk toward the peak where
You haven't taken off your sunglasses. I can see the dust from the road on him.
the needle drop, surface noise, the break, then low and hum, I feel your home.
Crimson fabric beneath my palm. The air's thick with resin. Midnight breeze against the glass. I stand with it.
The air is cold and high. They watch with heavy eyes, each face a silent war.
Put your hand on the small of my back. We don't need a beat to keep the time. The floor feels cold through these thin door click shut. Sink into the green velvet. It feels like moss, but it costs more. Your palms are damp against the silk. Watch the eye. Heavy leather smells like old money. Silver buttons catch the low ceiling. You hold the gavel like a weapon, waiting for the room to go silent. I see the ink on the ledger while you watch me from the high balcony. Nothing here is ever for the I'm leaning back against the leather tonight, watching the rain wash the street clean outside. It feels like a scene.